Hey guys, I'm about to show you how we build a stud pack. In this process, I'm going to be building a 3-ply stud pack of 2x6s. And as you can see, we are clamping two of the members together first to shoot the nails in. And there's different ways that you can put the stud pack together. You can laminate them with high strength glue. You can nail them together, or you can screw them together with structural screws. But I find the nailing process, in my opinion, it's way much more stronger than the other two methods. I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion. And as you can see, we're clamping the members together. And sometimes when you put the straight edge to get the lumbers straight in the line with each other. Sometimes one may sit lower than the other. And there's a way you can get them straight in line with each other. As you can see, I'm basically tapping and making sure that they're level. I'm putting a straight edge against both members to make sure that they're straight in line with each other. Depends on how twisted or how the lumber is. Sometimes we have to not clamping the finishing nail end of the members and pop some nails in from the beginning point, and when we reach close to the next end, then we have a method that we can pry them together. So one little tip about nailing these members together in our region, according to the building code, when we're nailing 2x6s, we have to put 3 nails per 5 inches. Maybe in your region it may differ, but check with your local building code to make sure that you're putting sufficient nail in these members, because in the end, especially this project that we're working on, these stud pack gonna be carrying a massive amount of weight. As you can see right now, I'm putting lines in between in the pieces, so I'm marking every 5 inches straight on the line, and that's where we need to put 3 nails per 5 inches. So I'm using my speed square and marking the line straight down the line because I want it to be neat. I like to have things looking proper in the end and doing what they're supposed to do. So I'm basically marking every 5 inches. This member is 97 inches long, and so it's a good amount of nail I'm going to be popping into it. So as you can see, I'm starting the nailing sequence, and 3 nails per 5 inches. It's very important to make sure that these members are really straight and tightly clamped together before you nail them, because especially this project, as I was saying before, these members are going to be carrying a lot of weight. In this specific project, this one is carrying the main floor, a second floor also, and sometimes there's a roof load on top, and in our region there's snow, so we have to calculate that. As you can see right now, one of the members were sitting a little bit lower, so I pop a screw into it, and before I clamp it, I'm going to be using a claw hammer to pry it up, and it's I'm working alone, so I have to figure out how to get this done. So I use my arm to kind of pry it up while I'm using my next hand to tighten the clamp. Put your straight edge to make sure that they're in line with each other, not one sitting proud or whatever the case may be. Then after you clamp it tightly together, then you pop the rest of the screw in. 3 nails per 5 inches, as I said in my region. Check with your local building code and make sure that you're putting sufficient nails in these members. As I was saying, they carry massive amount of weight, so you can't make any errors on this part, guys. Very important. Taking out the screws, so I finished nailing this first nail sequence. Now I'm about to add the third member to this three-ply stud pack, and you want to make sure that your third member you add it on the end point of the nailing sequence. So you want to put this member, because we're using 3¼ inch nails, and the members that we just shoot two together would be dimensional lumber would be 3 inches, so some of the nails going to be popping out. So when you put the new member, that's going to cover all those nail points, and when you clamp them tightly together, then you're going to be shooting the next sets of nails from the new lumber side. So no nail point will be sticking out when you finish the stud pack. So see, I'm putting on the new lumber. And one more little tip: make sure that you crown all the lumbers on all of them. The crowns are facing the same direction. And when you install the stud pack, wherever you're installing it, make sure that the crown side facing out. I mean, the crown side is basically facing you when you install it into the wall. So this stud pack, because of the weight that it's going to be carrying, we're installing the stud pack directly on top of the foundation wall. And how we're doing it, we don't normally practice putting the wood on top of the concrete, so we're using galvanized base, and we're using 3 jacks and 1 king. So this is a 4 2x6 lumber, so that ends up to 6 inches. So you make sure you get the base plate 6 inches wide, so the 4 member sits into this plate. You don't want to be practicing putting lumber directly on your concrete, because of the moisture that could have these lumber rot pretty fast. So just follow the direction of your drawings and the requirements. Make sure you do these things right. As I was saying to you, it's carrying a massive amount of weight, so you want to do it the proper way. So as you see, I'm clamping them together, and at the end, close to the end, one of the new member basically sitting a little bit lower than the other 2 that I nailed before, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm prying up the lower lumber with a claw hammer and clamping them together tightly and making sure that they're all in the same line. Nothing sitting lower or too higher than the other members. I'm popping out the screws. At the end, it's still a little bit lower, so I'm basically leaving the last clamp not clamped to the members, because one of them pretty lower. So basically what I'm doing now, I'm making sure everything top, everything is level in line with each other. There it is. Get your straight edge. Check to make sure everything is in line. Now I'm about to pop those screws in, those nails in, pardon me. So I'm tracing the lines that I had before. And making sure that these lines that I'm tracing right now, they are in same line as to where I shoot those nails before. So when I'm shooting at the next side now, I'm making sure that I'm not shooting in the same line. So I'm basically staying like maybe up to an inch from those first sets that I shoot before in the lumber. You don't want to be shooting the nails too close with each other. This is a potential for the lumber to split, and you don't want to be doing that. As I said, these are carrying massive amount of weight, so you want to make sure that there's no possibility that these lumber are gonna be split when you shoot the nails in. Okay. So shoot at least an inch away from the previous nails that I pop in. 3 nails per 5 inch, but you want to stay away from those ones you pop in before on the other side. And now you shoot the new sets of nail from the new added lumber. This way you have 4.5 inches. So these 3.25 nail not going to be popping out at the other side. Now at this point now, remember that I left one of this end unclamped. So this way now, I nail come up to close as possible, so I can pop a screw in. Then I can pry this end and making sure that everything is in line, because the lumber weren't lined up level with each other. So now I'm going to be doing the same thing. And this is the best method I've seen work for prying the lumber together. Now, when you prime this end now, after you shoot up to that midpoint, the other end won't be moving because the nails are in it already. So that's the proper way of trying to get them in line with each other. Okay. So I'm going to be shooting the rest of the lumber. See what I'm showing you there? Making sure that these are equipment, making sure that when you're popping in the nail, the point doesn't face you. The nail gun point doesn't face you. Keep the nail gun point away from you. You never know. Pop the nails in and then you can get to work. Don't have the nail gun point towards you while you're loading it. Yes, that's a safety tip for you guys. And you see in the end, sometimes you shoot the nails, some of them sitting out a little proud. So use the same hammer and tap those nails in, and making sure that they're nice and neatly sink in the lumber. And now that's your finished product, nice and neatly done. That's it. And there you have it, a stud pack. We're building 2 of these. Stay tuned, we'll show you the finished product. So here's a finished stud pack, 2 of them to be exact, installed over this door to carry a massive beam from this side straight to the back of the house. The beam is going to be 26 feet and it's going to be sitting in the middle over this door. So it's got to be very strong. Stay tuned to watch the whole process, piece by piece. And thank you for watching.